big fan of the Megaphone show, so this is exciting for me. I've watched this show many times, and now I get to sit here and be dramatized by this wonderful person. I get to, James Hamilton may play me at some point tonight. Be like a reverse single like female. It'd be awesome. So, all right, let's see. We got stories. Joel mentioned a bunch of stuff that I do in my professional career as an artist. I'm also an athletics coach at Lusher Charter School. Give it up for Lusher. Which it's my favorite job, right? That I've had get to deal with children all day. By deal with, I mean I get to make them run suicides, do push-ups, cool stuff as punishment. But before I worked at Lusher, my very favorite job was delivering pizzas for Domino's. Okay, now, I know that may come as a surprise to you, but no, it was great. Like for my personality, it just fit. I'd spent 70% of my time in the car listening to music, and then I, got to take naps whenever I wanted. I made a pretty decent amount of money too, right? And not all of it the traditional way, but I did. I had the benefit of having a very interesting set of characters that I worked with as my pizza delivery experts, right? And my managers, they weren't too bright. So on every so often, an extra pizza that was mismade would come out of the oven, and I would quickly snatch and grab it. Then I would take it street side like Bodie from The Wire and push my product. It worked out pretty well for me, except when another young entrepreneur masking as a delivery driver would get in the way and get the pizza before me. That's why my favorite Domino's pizza delivery teammate was Miss Charlotte. Sweet, unassuming Miss Charlotte. She was a portly white woman, probably in her 60s. Not somebody that you would picture as a delivery driver, more like a substitute teacher, perhaps a florist. I don't know. But she was there with me. We never spoke more than 5 words to each other in the 2 years I was there. And one day I'm standing there, looking at the oven, trying to see what's, if something's coming my way. And she's like, Gian, did you meet the new guy, Randy? He's been flirting with me. No, Miss Charlotte, I've not yet met Randy. I'll keep an eye out though, right? So I see a pizza coming out of the oven, so I want to try to get it before one of the other little crumb snatchers. And I'm standing there stuffing it in my bag, and Randy comes walking through the door. Randy is this 6'3", 200-pound black guy in his mid-20s. Looks like he's in his off-season playing linebacker for the New Orleans Voodoo, right? Like, fine, Miss Charlotte. So Ray Lewis was trying to holler at you. All right, you're delusional, Miss Charlotte. Fine. So Randy comes in and he speaks and he sounds like John Coffey in Green Mile. He's like, any more orders up? Miss Charlotte is like, yes, Randy. There's something for you to take. Fine, Miss Charlotte. He was flirting with you. Fine. So I'm getting ready to go. I got my pizza bag all packed and I'm rolling out. Right. Randy comes and he taps me on the shoulder and he starts looking off in the direction like he sees something he wants. He's like, "Say, bro, what's up with Miss Charlotte?"
Hey Dan, did you see the new guy? Vin Diesel? I think he's got the hots for me. Yeah.
That doesn't change anything between what you and I had.
Oh no, we're still good. But sometimes the way that he looks at me, after I put the pizza in the oven, it's just like fire just burning right through me.
Burning right through you?
Yeah.
Just staring you down.
I can't take the heat.
You've been in a dry spell.
Well, thank you for believing me. Most people would say that, oh, how does a chubby white woman like that get such a hot dude?
Well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I think sure. That sounded rude. To me.
You don't think I'm beautiful?
I think you're pretty.
I swear, I'm not making this up. Vin is gonna come in here, and it's not just a guy who looks like Vin. It's a real dude. It's a real thing. I think that he's in town because you know all the Hollywood stuff that's going on? Because this is Hollywood.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm not going to let you out of this limousine onto this red carpet because your name is not Miss Diesel. I refuse to believe that a woman.
Appearances are not everything. Beauty is beholding. Beauty is in the eyes of beholding.
This is Hollywood. Do you know the kind of stuff that's going on here in Hollywood? Like I'm going to let. What are you wearing? A robe?
Hey, girl. Look, you know you're special, right?
Yeah, Vin.
I need you to watch this movie and tell me if you and your girlfriend will go see it. You're like my perfect little focus group, okay, baby? I need you to watch this movie.
All right, are we gonna watch Triple X again? Or
Shut
Fast
up, I'm
and
about to
Furious?
pull the parking brake while I drive.
Welcome to Portland White Woman's Florist. How may I help you?
I guess I'll take one of these very ordinary bouquets.
Great, these are very ordinary. They work really well if you're going to watch Netflix by yourself and think about all the things you've lost in your life.
Well, me and my platonic friend Matilda.
You would get along great with my platonic friend Janine. We should all go on a platonic hangout.
Yeah. We should just go to my living room.
Do you have cats? See, I'm allergic to places without cats. I need to go there. Oh, we have another customer. Yes, customer. This is welcome to Portland White Lady Florist. How can I help you?
I just want to, everywhere else hasn't had it today for us, so I just want to quick clarify. We're looking for an arrangement to put next to our cat's urn. It's in our house always.
Oh, that is the most tragic thing of the whole world. Dead children don't make me feel, but dead cats. So for you, I have. You know why? Because I could never have children.
I'm sorry, we can't shop here because you just talked about cats and children like they're different things.
Oh my God! I just made a big no-no. Poorly white woman community. Oh no! Well, thank you for sticking around.
Do you have anything that'll evoke the feeling of the first time I watched Anne of Green Gables by myself?
I got that meat lovers. I got the meat lovers. Hey man. Hungry? I'm hungry. Got some pieces. Fell out the oven.
That sounds appetizing. Pizzas that fell out of the oven. Talking my talk.
How hungry are you? How big are your eyes? How big your stomach?
I'm very hungry. I would like 3.
You want 3?
3 whole pizzas.
3 whole meat lovers?
I'm sorry. You're selling pizza on a corner. You're going to question what I'm ordering. Just give me pizza.
How do I know you say? I mean, we say who you are. How do I know who you are? If I give you these pizzas, you're gonna
You're asking a lot of questions, and I have watched all the episodes of The Wire, and they never asked someone anything about their identity.
Well, I'm of the evolution. All those other dudes are dead.
What?
They're dead. They're dead. They came through. They're dead.
Oh my God.
So I have to lock it down. Do you want some pieces or not? And I have to ask you questions.
I'm not hungry anymore.
I got veggie lovers. I got
You just told me all these people are dead.
cheese lovers. 5 different types of cheeses.
These are all just pizza that fell out of an oven.
You just fell out
They're
of
just
the oven.
crumbled, old Papa John pizzas.
So much dough. Just out there.
I should have just walked in the store a long time ago and just were blocking the door.
Hey man,
What?
I feel a connection with you.
No, you don't. No, I don't think you do.
This is a new era. It's all about love now.
It's still about pizza.
Welcome back to the stage, Gian.
I think I might stand for this.
All right.
You guys mind? Okay. So, okay, to address the elephant in the room, yes, I have been shot. It's true. And it's actually not a fascinating story, so I won't share that one. The fun part about it is that you kind of get to make up your own stories. Like once you have the bullet wound to prove it, you can say anything. I've been a guy who was dating a drug dealer's wife. I was part of a special black ops operation in Kuwait. Like I've done a lot of things. But the truth is, the most interesting story happened about 3 weeks after I'd been shot. I was visiting Houston with some friends of mine. We were visiting a cousin of theirs. And the last day there, we're in this shopping mall in Houston, and we're just kind of like hanging out because we're in our early 20s, and then I don't know, we're not so far removed from the mall. Now the bandage that I had around my leg, right? It had to be carefully wrapped and then administered, and I wasn't like awesome at this because it was my first time being shot. So like when I would walk for too long, it would start to loosen or whatever, and then we were in the mall, so I couldn't sit down. So at some point it started to loosen, so I'm like, okay, well I need to find a restroom quickly so I can adjust my bandages. I walk into the men's room and it's filthy. It looked like somebody got some mop water from Bourbon Street and splashed it or whatever. I go in the bathroom stalls, and every stall, the seat has exponentially more waste on the seat. It's really gross, right? So I step outside to consider my options, and then there it is, like an oasis in front of me. It's the ladies' room. Ladies are probably much more sanitary than me. I'd always assume my first visit to the ladies' room would be a more celebratory event, but desperate times. So I decide, well, okay, what I should do is I should put a plastic bag over my head. Think about it. That way, if I go in and then somebody is in there, they won't be offended that I saw them, right? Made sense at the time. So I grab this plastic bag and then I yell at, hello, anyone in there? And nobody answers, so I'm like, I'm good to go. So I walk in with the plastic bag over my head. Right? I find a stall, I go in, and I sit and I start dressing my wounds with the bandage, whatever, right? So less than 2 minutes after that, come on, open up, and I'm like, what's the problem? And it's 3 sets of feet at the bottom, and I'm like, okay, this is trouble. So I open just a sec, and then I open the door, and there's 3 security guards waiting for me. I'm like, oh, right? So I step out, and they cuff me, and then I'm like, this is not good. They start dragging me out, and then there's a crowd that's formed outside of the bathroom. Getting a little nervous. Then all of my friends, all 6 of my friends that came to Houston are sitting there, and their eyes go from wandering to mouth agape, it's you. And I walk out and I do this walk of shame past everybody. They walk me past this very attractive Latina shoe salesman who might have been Jennifer Lopez. And she grabs me by the cheeks and she kisses me and she's like, oh, you're too cute to be doing so bad. I'm like, no, wait, it's a misunderstanding. I'm not the black Lindsay Lohan. It's okay. So then they take me to the little holding area, and then I tell them my story, so they get ready to let me go. And they're handing me my license back, and they're like, New Orleans, typical, huh? Right. I'm like, dude, seriously, this wouldn't have even happened in New Orleans. We at least have the decency to piss on the sidewalks.
What? Like the criminal intelligence? What is it called?
When I was deep undercover,
Oh.
I got shot by a spear gun. But I don't want to talk about it. I want to get to work, guys.
Wowzers! I got a question about that. Was it difficult to bandage it? Like the logistics of that. How often do you have to change that bandage? Because it seems like it probably keeps bleeding for a long time, huh? Maybe that's a weird thing that I just thought about. I don't know.
I'm not supposed to really talk about it because some of the information is still top secret. But imagine rebandaging on a speeding train with the Yakuza ninjas after you.
Perkins, there's just something about you, all right? I need to give you a promotion. I can't pinpoint it, but you've got this mysterious thing about you. What is it?
Well, I have a winning personality. I have decent attention to how I dress with my color schemes. One time I got shot. And I have a cool car with a CD player.
Oh, wait, what?
My car is a CD player.
I need to know. No, I need to know about the gun thing. I'm a junkie for information like that.
A lot of this information hasn't been put out into the public yet, but let's just say that I've been to space. Guns still fire.
Come on, man. I will give you anything you want. Look, you can have my badge, which is what we do here at Company Smith. Company Smith. Smith Company Smith. He gives out badges for CEOs. So now you are the CEO. Tell me what happened to you in the Middle East in that secret mission that you hinted at.
Well, this was around the time I got the Corolla. So that's
The other thing! I don't care about the mileage! You told me!
well, I'm not typically supposed to say something like this, but it involves Harrison Ford, a package of Pringles, and a Humvee. At one time, I said, Harrison, I dare you to say a line from Star Wars. You know what he said? He pulled a gun on me.
Is that when you got shot? Is that the time?
Oh no!
Look, I gave you my job. I'll give you my money. Here's my credit card. Here's my debit card. Here's my driver's license. You can pretty much get anything. Now just tell me, what happened? What happened to your wife?
Wasn't the first thing we taught you in the CIA not to tell everyone all these stories?
What's the point of accruing stories in life if you can't hint at them in abstract ways?
The point
Did I ever
at
tell you about the time?
you don't have to tell me. I have your
The
file.
one
It doesn't work
the
that
time
way.
that
No, it
that I
doesn't.
got shot.
Yeah, I read the report.
That's just what's on paper.
But did something else happen that you left out of the report? Because if so, I need to know to tell your supervisor.
Well, I was just about to go home. But I can tell you right now. Who's the DC Comics character that swims under the water? Aquaman is real.
So, you can't say anything? I didn't do anything wrong? As long as I have this plastic bag covering my face, I'm an innocent man. I can say or do what I want, and when I take it off, there will be consequences for those actions.
Craig, that was a school bus full of children. That's not helping. Oh, what have you done?
What haven't I done? I can do whatever I want. I'm plastic bag face man. Come on. I do what I want. I go to the bathroom where I want. I can hold busloads of children just pull off the road. Destructively.
Okay. Okay, this is your disguise or something?
No, this is my safe space.
Santa let you go.
Yeah, you do.
And the chief told me I couldn't say one mean word to you. But you know what I will say? I'll say a pretty inspirational thing, which is, this isn't a sustainable lifestyle, okay?
Oh, yeah, tell me, as
When
long
you
as
take
I
that
keep...
bag off and
Oh.
you go to sleep with your face skin touching a pillow, you'll live with your things that you did.
As long as I keep this on and am able to keep from suffocating, I will be fine.
I'm gonna say a thing that's not mean at all. It's just a fact. Your skin's probably really bad because you don't get a lot of air circulation, do you, down there? Do you?
I have stolen all of your money out of your purse. And I feel no remorse.
Honey, I just want to kiss your lips.
Just kiss me through the back.
Just
Through the
I
back.
just want to kiss you on the real lips.
No.
Not the lips you plastic.
No,
drew on.
this is who I am.
This
This is who you signed up for.
The lipstick on the front doesn't make it work for me.
But that's where my mouth is. Underneath the back.
I just realized something.
What?
Why do you have lipstick on your back? I'm the lady here.
Can we address the elephant in the room? Like, why is there actually physically an elephant in the room?
That is an elephant. And someone just came to come to the door. I'm lying to you, man. I just bought an elephant on the internet. Easy as hell. You think it would be hard to buy an elephant, but it was like a PayPal. Hey,
Are you that dude from New Orleans who just bought an elephant? Figures.
Would you all like to hear a story? No? Too bad. It was a dark and dreary night. I was standing there shaving. I had checked the room with a pretty decent scan, as I tend to do these days. I'm on extra high alert. Everything seemed good. I closed the door, lathered up, and began shaving. Somewhere under the chin, I felt an uneasiness in the room. I turned my head, and sure enough, there it was. I backed up into my shower, shaving cream falling from my cheeks, terrified and helpless. Opposite me, all 1.4 inches of him scaled the mantle above my door. A cockroach. See, what you may not know about me is that I have a roach radar. I mean, I spot these things 100 feet away in darkness. I can tell you which ones are a threat to take off and fly, or the ones that just scamper around the floor level aimlessly. How one could have gotten by me to the point where I had shut myself in was beyond me. I tried to think of where he might have hidden. Did I not check above the door before I walked in? Perhaps he was in my medicine cabinet, knowing I hadn't shaved in a few days, and I most likely would groom myself this evening. I don't know how he knew, but it didn't matter. None of my past life mattered. Only that I was in the tub and he was looming, wings threatening or fluttering over the only exit, save a window I can't fit through. While my weapon of choice, a can of spray, sat on the other side of the door he was now holding me hostage from. I was powerless. Briefly, I considered submission. How bad could it be? It would certainly be quick if not painless. Perhaps if I covered myself with this dirty towel from the handler, I could make it out unscathed to open field where I would have a puncher's chance against this winged freak. And then it dawned on me. My survival instincts had kicked in, and I realized I was brave and capable enough to wield a tightly wound bath towel as a makeshift weapon. I glared at him, trying to anticipate his movements. I clenched the towel tightly in both hands to effectively get the right pop on my snap. With patience as my virtue, I waited till he crawled into range where I could not only sting him, but cover him with the towel enough so that if the blunt force were not enough, at least he might be captive to the envelope of the towel's mass. Without giving up my position, I waited till he was eye level to me, and with a swift swing, I bashed his head. He fell to the ground, clearly stunned, but still moving. I knew if I waited too long, he might gain his bearings, so I snapped again. He tried crawling from beneath the side of my rug he had fallen to, but I already had my Nike flip-flop in hand. I pounded him twice against the frontal lobe, the last blow flipping him backside down. I stood there in the shadows of great warriors before me, like Alexander the Great, Shaka Zulu, William Wallace, and O-Dog from Menace to Society. Breathless, heart heavy from my kill, but most of all, triumphant. I was, nay, I am, a champion.
You get away from me, Gary, from Human Resources.
I took out the trash for the whole office. And I'm feeling really on fire.
I swear to God, I'll hate you with these reports.
I'm not just Gary from Human Resources anymore. I'm the man of this whole office building. I will go lift the water jug and flip it and refill the water for the whole office. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm doing the tasks for you.
I am a warrior!
You look weak. What is that? Did you wear a cummerbund to work?
Paper!
Oh, come on.
Keyboard cleaning!
You burned my skin with how cold it got in one spot.
I did.
Don't do that. Hey, I'm gonna need you to back down because I'm the new king around here. I'm doing all the big strong things.
I need to get to that break room right behind you, so just get out of my way.
I'm gonna have a tribunal to decide whether or not you can. I'm having a tribunal.
Gary, can you sit down? I know.
I'm fine standing.
You know, I know you're new to human resources. But do you understand that your job is to make the employees feel more comfortable?
I'm making them feel comfortable by making them feel safe. If someone were to break into this office building, for God knows what reason, I'm sure that there is something you can do with a marketing company that's devious. If they were to break into here, who would take the lead?
Can I stop you there? You formed a tribunal and stuffed an employee in a filing cabinet for 2 days.
That's what the tribunal said.
The tribunal was just you?
And a torch, yes.
You understand where that's, like, did you read the code of conduct before?
Oh, I read the code of conduct. I wrote it on the bathroom wall with somebody's lipstick.
Have you ever worked in human resources before? Because I don't think you understand.
I know how to use humans as resources. Okay, that's one thing I definitely know how to do.
You don't just get to be like some kind of petty dictator. You have to, like, your job there is to support them if they have any issues with each other or if somebody does something wrong, but not form a tribunal.
All right, so we're out of steel beams, we're out of wood. What do you want to build a skyscraper with?
Well, people. I will use those people as resources to build a skyscraper.
Did you say humans?
I said people.
You're going to build a skyscraper of humans.
I'm going to build a skyscraper out of humans that used to work in a marketing company, but now will finally be useful.
I'm not sure we can use them as actual resources.
Oh, they'll stay still if I tell them to stay still. I formed the tribunal to make sure of it.
She's extremely susceptible to cold air.
What did they say? What are they saying about
Oh,
me?
nothing. I'm just going to check the AC.
What's that? There's no way you can turn it low enough.
65.
There's no way you can turn it low enough. I need it to be at least, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to
55.
tell you now. Damn it.
33.
I have no body fat. I have no body fat.
Oh!
I'm so fit and cold.
We went around the horn, 99. We went around the horn, 99.
Grab myself in human skin.
It's getting hot in here now. I went too far.
It's the end of the spectrum where I thrive.
Please just Don't put me in the pile of humans that you're going to use.
Go get in the wood pile. Go get in the wood pile.
I don't have to get in the wood
Go
pile.
lay with your coworkers in the wood pile.
I walk into the room and I look around and I see 3 screens. Shocked, confused, plain. Check my style in the mirror and I feel like I'm looking really good today.
Did you have something to say to us, or are you just gonna keep talking?
The red guy just started talking to me and I
The red guy. The red guy.
then I thought, well, I'd say something cool. Hey man, come again?
Man, that's not cool.
I wasn't listening though. My mind was somewhere else. Alright, well, thinking about riverboats.
Are you gonna acknowledge that we're here, or?
Just go ahead and lead the meeting, Nadine. We'll just assume that he's gonna get on board. Quit calling us out on our physical features.
Nadine was wearing the Bath and Body Works perfume that she typically wore that day.
It's from Crabtree and Evelyn.
The mood was as frustrating as it always.
Anyway, quarterly
As she
reports
struggled
came
to
back.
grab control of the meeting,
I'm
I
not.
wonder if my lunch is going to still be good.
All right, dude, we get it. You're a writer, okay? We hear you. You have a beautiful way with words, okay? Let her run the meeting.
As he strained, I pictured an engine.
No!
Stopping the highway. Failing in the desert wind. A broken archetype.
Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track.
Come on, Nadine. Give me something.
It's in my head. It's okay, Nadine. Okay. So I
Catherine had felt particularly bold that day as she raised her voice in the meeting. She was stunning. I wonder if she noticed the candy I left on my desk. If only red-faced guy could learn a thing or two from me.
No, man. We have a great relationship/friendship/gray space sort of relationship.
As he lied to himself yet again, I thought, what's his home life like? Does he just go in the mirror and tell himself these lines?
I swear.
Full-grown person.
Red guy. Steven.
Sometimes when I get this mad, I start to think to myself. I think if I ever just had a chance to say what I really felt to this guy, I would say things that he would never forget.
I wish he knew how much I loved him. I think about it all the time, but I can never tell him the truth.
So I
She
I'm
tells
gonna bring
me
up
the
the
truth.
issue. So I bring up the issue of people eating other people's lunches in the refrigerator in the break room.
Steve
Just
will
start
never know
marking
how to
your-
treat me right. And Nadine only ever talks about lunch.
And that guy's face will always be red, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
Dude, no, I can't do anything about it. All he does is talk about my red face.
I just want to make sure we're working together as a team and we get efficiently as
He left me
possible.
my favorite candy.
No one's even
Okay.
speaking
Those
to me
little
anymore.
dove singers, inspirational quotes on them.
She needed that inspiration, and I knew it. Well, my time is done.
Think someone left their copy of Clifford the Big Red? Dog.
Oh, no, don't look at me. It's not my book.
He had a big red face and a big red tail.
If you don't start behaving yourself, we will continue to hit you with our flip-flops.
No! Behave! I'll be good. Come on!
Just wanted you to know we were serious.
This is the stupidest frat ever! I don't even want to be in it anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No!
Come here.
You can hit me again!
Don't speak like that.
Alright. What can I do to stop getting hit with the Nikes?
You can stop crawling around and sneaking in the dark. Okay, exactly.
Use a light switch.
Use a goddamn light switch. Sorry. Quit making that little noise when you walk, like that. Stop with that! Okay?
Can I
Girl,
make one request? Hit me with some Adidas or something. Leaves a better mark.
No, man, you know what? We shouldn't have to hit you with anything. If you would stop trying to get your whole body into our cracker cartons, then we wouldn't be upset at all.
Okay.
You're a human!
I'm done with that. But let's have afternoon snack, alright? It's past time, okay?
Fine.
Come back on.
It's got some animal crackers. That's what all frat boys eat. Can I have a You can.
It was a largely uneventful weekend. There was this one part where my cat came in, and I was like, "You better not mess with that. Don't make me do a hard thing."
Don't mess with that cat.
I didn't want to do it. I swatted him.
What do you do, Thomas? What do you do?
Well, I swatted him. And I immediately felt regret, and I tried to talk to him. I tried to give him some treats, and then I tried to show him other stuff, and then we didn't talk. Now I'm here, and I'm somewhere else.
You guys haven't been talking?
Not since Sunday evening. It's Monday morning now. It's pretty long. We usually say hello or something. We usually want some water in the morning, but he didn't want any today.
Did you buy him an ordinary-looking bouquet of flowers?
Yes. I went out immediately. Right out.
And it didn't work?
No. He didn't usually nibble at them. Usually he'll bite the edges with his little teeth. He just looked at it and knocked it over and went somewhere. I think behind the washer and dryer, and I can't get back there. So.
Oh, honey, I heard. I'm so sorry about Muffin. I'm doing okay.
I was handling this.
There are other cats out there in the street, or whatever equivalent to the pond there is.
No.
But none like Muffins.
Muffin's favorite TV show is.
Hey, you guys say you need a cat? One fell right off the Pets R Us. Maybe you got a cat?
Depends on what kind of cat it is. Very pretty
You
special.
can't be picky about a street cat.
These guys peddle in fucked up, deformed cats, okay? You do not want
But I'm
that.
fiending for a cat. I need a cat. If he's gonna stay behind the thing, how do I know he doesn't have a secret door to another world?
Hey, you
What
don't
kind of
ask
cats do you
questions. This
have?
isn't a question asking, it's a proposition. Haven't you seen The Wire? You buy a cat, you don't buy a cat.
I love the cat.
We went through this 12-step program.
Everything you're saying is making sense, but my cat, my heart's saying cat.
You're not a cat
You're
You're not a cat
Hey,
Stop it!
hey man, I got a bell in the collar.
I don't know why I haven't said, get the fuck out of here to you.
That's all I was waiting for.
Look, I think he needs a little love and support, okay?
I think he
And
needs
I
to
don't-
get back with Muffins.
I think if you would just show him a little, so mommy wouldn't have to come back weekly and show him the love that you don't.
Always make it about each other. Y'all should make it about cats.
Okay, let's say that an old tabby
Oh,
was
I
trying
like
to
scenarios.
let her old tabby son go, her young teen cat,
Why?
go off to cat school,
Doesn't make any sense.
and the new pussy in town wasn't giving it up to the young teen cat.
Ooh, new blood with the cats. What are they gonna do?
Are you on my level right now?
Who's Muffins in this story? Is it the tabby or the pussy?
One more time.
Do you guys mind if I'm just a little graphic? Is that all right? I think it'll be better for the improv. So, about age 22-ish, right around the time I got shot, I was kind of coming into my own as a debonair, suave, gentleman player, if you believe that. In my youth, I was quite shy, it's the truth. And it wasn't until my sister was born that I kind of came out of my shell, right? But most of my elementary school years were spent with me being quiet and doing a lot of reading. Perhaps Clifford the Big Red Dog, I don't know. But, you know, there was that. And so it was a lot of me, like, seeing girls from afar that I really liked. One of these girls, her name, I'll save her name, I won't mention. But she was kind of like, if there were homecoming queens for 6th grade, she would have been it, right? So she was kind of a big deal. Then when we got to high school, she was like the first girl with breasts that was in our class, so that, you know, status was like way up here. So, you know, I never had a shot with her at that age. It's fine. But 22, right? I ran into her again one day, oddly enough, delivering a pizza. She called in, and the pizza delivery area was outside of that range, but the place that she was supposed to call, they weren't delivered. So I was like, okay, I'll go. And then I got her information. I'm like, wait, are you such and such from this? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, it's Gian. And she's like, oh, hey, Gian. So I go over, I deliver her pizza, I give it to her free because I was good at that kind of thing. And she invites me to come to hang out at this going away party for her roommate. Okay, cool. So I go hang out, and I get the just feeling that like she's kind of feeling me. Right? You know, I'm thinking like maybe she likes me because she's all in my face talking. So what are you doing? Oh, you're into screenwriting? Okay, cool. I was lying. And then, you know, so I'm thinking maybe this could work out in my favor. So like a couple of weeks later, I call her back, and I'm like, hey, yeah, no, I was thinking about that conversation we were having, and I think I'm going to do some screenwriting. And would you be interested in talking about screenwriting and stuff? And she's like, yeah, let's do it, right? So we get together and we hang out, right? We're at her house talking about screenwriting / smoking weed. And somewhere in the middle of that, right, I just get the inclination. I'm like, I'm a suave gentleman debonair player. Why don't I just go in for a kiss? So I go in and I try to kiss her, and she accepts. And I'm like, oh, stop kissing. You know, I can't say her name because I'm taping. Right, but you know, so I'm like, okay, well, let's see what else I can do. So I start pushing her back to the bedroom, right, and she's going, yes, I'm in there, right. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna blow this one. I'm gonna, you know, whatever, the whole bag of tricks, everything is in play, right. So, you know, I'm undressing. This is the part where I get graphic, right. I'm undressing her, and then, you know, the clothes come off, and like I start going down on her, and I'm really getting into it, and you know, because I want to make sure this is like the homecoming queen from 6th grade, right? And I'm like gyrating around, and I'm starting to enjoy the sensations myself that I'm creating on the bed while I'm diving in. Right about then, she's like, Gian, I'm ready, in her Miss Charlotte voice, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I'm ready. Like I'm, you know, a little overwhelmed here. So like I go in and, you know, I put on the condom. I'm like, I don't think this is going to work out good. But what choice do I have? I have to just go with it and see what happens, right? So you know, I penetrate, and then one stroke in.
I don't know if you ladies noticed, but I'm pretty suave, dude.
You noticed, young man. What a trickster.
I am a bit of a debonair.
How old are you?
I am a fair 22, lady. I know a thing or two about the world.
Well, we saw you hollering at us from far away, and then we got close, and we were expecting something.
Very interested.
From far away, I was like, this could be good.
Well, you know, further away I thought you were a bit younger.
You look like my late husband.
You know, I
Sit
could,
down. Sit down again for us.
I was a suave fella. I feel like I might have gotten myself in over my head here.
You're gonna go home with us.
You know, a lot of men prefer a woman with experience. And and maturity and riches.
This is going to be graphic. I'm sorry, I just thought that I would invite you guys to spend some time, but it's clear that this isn't going to be a good match.
You know, I was the first girl at the nursing home to get varicose veins.
Congratulations.
Now everyone has them, but I was first.
What would you like to do on the weekend?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get back to selling pizzas
Wait,
Hey,
here on the corner.
you come back.
we like pizza. I can chew pizza.
These are particularly good because they've just fallen out of the oven. So,
Pizza's such a novel food. It's for the young people, but I'll have some.
Hold on a second, Gertrude. I think this man's trying to pull it over on us. You put that away. You don't want any of that. Trying to sell it.
I'll take the pizza.
I need a
And I'll
police
probably
officer.
put out too.
I need a police
Did
officer.
you say you need a police officer?
Yes.
What is this man
This
bothering
man
you?
is peddling.
I can't do
Sound
anything.
pizza.
Take off the bag and I'll get you one day.
Ah, it's so red.
I think I'm gonna lose.
Is that why you keep the bag on?
He had some decisions to make that day. Or he ripped that bag off. He Did he have what it takes? I don't know.
bro, are you following me around?
It's like screenwriting. It's like I like try like the traditional 3-act structure, but I like to like buck that sometimes and like throw a thing in there. It's like, what? I didn't think The Matrix was gonna be like a real thing. Like that's screenplay structure 101, you know. But like, what's y'all's favorite screenplays?
I really like Clueless.
I liked My Little Notice.
Okay, I want to talk about screenplays.
Have you ever thought about like how hard it is to write for the mind of an animal that you want?
A lot of times in screenwriting class, they like trying to say get inside the mind of your character, and then like plot an arc out, like over the course of like several acts, and then like try and like plant like some save the cat moments in the beginning, and then like by the end you want to have like.
You guys, what does it feel like to be in a convertible? Because in that movie they ride in one and it's on the highway and it goes so fast and then Dion's like, no, I can't drive. It's like, really?
We're talking about like how movies like move you and like transport you to a place.
Who did you focus group this with?
Oh,
This is just
super
a
cool
bunch
Hollywood
of weird
types.
animals in convertibles.
But like what you'll notice is early on, what I did was it's called a buried gun. I put one right in the beginning. I was like, I'll plant a seed. And it's like, oh,
You mean
at
the part
end-
where you literally had the dog bury a gun?
Yeah, and at the end, that dog uses that gun.
Okay.
And that's like the audience is going to be like, oh, I paid attention at the beginning of the
I don't know who your focus group is, but you need to go back to them.
So I hope so. Well, I'm gonna be honest, guys. The notes I got were pretty tough, so we need to work on this. Let's talk about what we're gonna do with the character Num Nums, because I feel like he's not really connecting in the first act.
I've been really into Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey.
Let me ask you a question. How would you feel if those animals were in a really red sports car?
Oh, that'd be perfect for a screenplay, because we have a lot of convertibles in our script, but we never denoted what color they were.
How would you feel if that movie wasn't a cat as a star? It was a really adorable Latina shoe salesman.
That was fundamentally awful.
Okay.
Hey, just because she's a Latino shoeper doesn't mean you can name her Jennifer Lopez. Okay?
So then I pulled the car up to the gas tank. I got out my debit card. I went up to the machine. I popped it in. Threw in my debit number. Threw in my area code. And then I filled up the tank.
Wow!
Dope story.
I know that was pretty crazy, but
Yesterday, let's just check it out for a second.
yeah, all right. Let's lay it on us.
I was like, you know what I feel like? Like a frozen dessert that's kind of light. So, you know what I did? I went to Big Berry. I don't want to get too explicit here.
It's heating up in here.
But I put fruit and
I couldn't hear that last one because she was whispering.
I think she said you put fruit and chocolate on there.
Whoa, you're saying that so loud right now. That's a very explicit
Like
thing
too
to
much
say.
crazy.
That's a lot, man.
So anyway, we pulled away from the gas station into a parking space because we were going to get into the store to get some refreshments. So I walked down the aisle, walked past the pork rinds, walked over to the cold case. I pulled it open, passed right by the beer, went down to the whole milk, passed that up, went to the 2%, passed that up, went to the skim, grabbed one of those.
Oh my god! Good story, dude. Good story.
Finish your story.
Finish the story.
Finish your story.
Finish your story.
Looked down the milk. I went back past the pork rinds.
You better have sex with a woman by the end of this story.
Or at least you have pork rinds for us.
Then I walked out of the convenience store. I got back in my car. I drove to Hollywood. I got back on set. I filmed 3 scenes for Triple X. And then a stout white woman came in. Day in the life of Vin Diesel, you know?
So glad you joined this frat.
You know that Vin Diesel would love after a blowjob? Animal crackers.
Hey dude, I followed you here based on the trail of slime you're leaving.
It's my slime leg, yeah.
Is this your stout white woman friend?
Yeah, don't mind the pinch your hand.
Don't you
She's a real woman. She's a real woman.
I smell the animal crackers.
She's not wearing a disguise at all.
Okay.